Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to pick up the camera once again after a couple of years. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Benefit Professional. Just going to apply this in my problematic areas. And then we're going to go ahead and go with the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia. I'm in the shade Soft Brown. As for my brow routine, I don't think it's changed much from the brow tutorial I have on my channel currently. I think just my technique has changed over the years. So as you can see, I just start by outlining the bottom of my brow and then go ahead on the top. But I don't do the entire eyebrow, I just do the end. I don't really like to touch the product at the front of the brow. It just makes it look harsh. Then I just start brushing it out through the front of the brow with the spoolie. What this does is just grabs the product from the end of the brow and drags it towards the front, giving it a gradient effect. Then we're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other side. Line the bottom, line the top. And then here I'm comparing how uneven my brows are, because I always have one brow that's particularly more defined than the other. I'm going to go ahead and take the Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. So what I like to do next is take out a doe foot applicator and apply some product on my flat brush. I use this concealer in particular to outline the bottom of my brow bone. I just like how light the concealer is. It just brightens up the eyes really nicely. Once I'm done outlining the bottom of the brow, I just start dragging the concealer down. Then we're going to go ahead and just do the same exact thing on the other side. Outline the bottom of the brow and drag the concealer down. Then I'm going to take the same doe foot from that concealer and apply it on my eyelids as a base for the shadows we're about to lay down. Take one of my big fluffy brushes and I start blending everything out. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX Above and Beyond concealer. This is in the shade Beige. I've used this for a number of years. I think it's even in my brow tutorial that I have on my channel, but I just use this one now to carve out the top of my brow since it's closer to my skin tone. Then I'm going to go ahead with that same fluffy brush and blend up the top of the brows I just carved out. And then this is me trying to decide what I'm going to do today. So I ended up grabbing a yellowy orange color as a transition shade. And as always, windshield wiper motions all across the crease. And then go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Then I'm going to take this Jaclyn Hill flat brush. I think I display the number here. And I end up going back into that first palette. It was a Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I grab the lightest blue and I start packing it onto my lid. And then go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. I'm just following the natural crease of my eye and packing it on the lid. Right now what you're seeing me do is just go back and forth blending and adding more color, because this light blue color is pretty pigmented, but when it is blended out, the color tends to fade. So you have to go back and add some more of the pigment back on. Then I go ahead and take this other Jaclyn Hill JH40. It's a more dense brush. I go ahead back into the Jaclyn Hill palette and I grab one of the chocolatey colors and I'm just applying this onto the outer corner. At first I was kind of doing it on an angle just to give me like a eyeliner type of look, not so rounded at the end. But then I started incorporating it more into my crease a little bit just to blend it in. And just go ahead and keep blending. As you can see here, my dog bit my brand new brush, but it's okay. Then we're gonna go ahead with this smaller packing brush, JH62, and I'm just gonna add a little inner corner highlight. I also decided to add some highlight underneath the brow bone. Then I'm going to go ahead with this matte poreless foundation in the shade 125. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and start blending this all out throughout the face in sections, just because I do have some redness on my cheeks. Then I'm going to go in with a Tarte Shape Tape. I'm in the shade Light Medium. I go ahead and take a different beauty blender. This one's more flat on the outside. I like it for underneath the eyes. On the nose, I just like to drag it down just because later on I'm going to be applying nose contour or just bronzing. Then I'm going to go in with the Airspun Loose Face Powder and apply it underneath the eyes, on the forehead, basically everywhere I put concealer. I grabbed the pad and I went a little crazy, but I applied it to all the face. Then I'm going to go in with the NARS bronzer in the color Laguna. And I'm just going to go ahead and start chiseling out my cheeks. And going around the face with the bronzer. This is where I go in with the bronzer on my nose. And I take the Sephora brand brush. It's a blush brush. And I'm going to go ahead and remove all the excess powder that I have on my face, and go in with the Morphe Trio. I'm going to take the lightest shade on here and just apply it on my apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going to go ahead with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. It's meant for oil control. And then I'm going to take the Anastasia Glow Kits. I'm going to apply one of my favorite shades in here. It's at the bottom corner. It's a like golden coppery shade. And with the setting powder already on my face, it's going to bring out that highlight. I'm going to go ahead and apply it on the nose and Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to go ahead with the Tattoo Lightener by Kat Von D in the color Trooper Black. And I'm just going to outline the top of my lid. Then I'm going to go ahead with the Lash Sensational Mascara by Maybelline. And I'm going to take these Marvel Lash lashes. They're in the style Foxy. And as I let those dry, I'm going to go ahead with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the color Stripped. Then I'm going to go ahead with this color Pop Ultra Glossy Lip in Fantasia. But then I decided to go back in with the lashes because they were getting tacky. So I just start to apply them, set them in the inside, attach the back, and drag them in through the front. And the same thing on the other eye. I think applying false lashes is one of the hardest things I've had to learn to do. Before I used to like poke my eye and start crying, and it was just a disaster. Alright, this is me checking my lips. They're dry, so I'm going to go ahead with that Fantasia color that I mentioned before. It's just a gloss. Okay guys, so that concludes this makeup tutorial. I don't really have a name for it. I just decided to pick up the camera and start recording. So thank you guys so much for watching, and go ahead and follow me on my Instagram handle, which is Rubyglitz.